Dark Bleatings, everybody. I was going to do an update on my ridiculous reading challenge. I was going to do part 3 of trying to read 63 books in a month today, but my Abominable book club box arrived, so we're unboxing this instead, and I will do the book video tomorrow. Hope you're all excited for that update. So anyway, for people who might not know, the Abominable Book Club is a subscription box service set here in South Wales, but I think they deliver quite a lot of places. And I get the full guts package. There's a couple of packages you can pick. You can have the bare bones if you just want books, or I do the full guts, so you get like extras, and there's like drinks and snacks and things like that. You'll see when I unbox it. So I'm always really excited. I was planning the book video today, as I said, but I can't leave it a whole day before I get to open this. So usually there'll be 3 books. There'll be a new one, and then another one, and then a second-hand book that's always wrapped up in extra paper, so it's like an extra little Christmas present. And the things I already said, I don't know why I've repeated that. So I'm going to get my skizzers and let's go in. Oh, the first thing I've seen is the snack. Oh, we're going to go ahead with the snack first. It's popcorn. It's Bakewell Tart Gourmet Popcorn, a delectably delicious Great British classic. And this particular popcorn is coated in smooth caramel with cherry and almond. That sounds amazing. And even though it is the morning, while I'm recording this, it's not even 12 p.m, I think I'm gonna have to just sample. You know, just to give you guys an idea of the quality of the snack. It's not because I can't contain myself until an appropriate snack time. Let's do a sampling. No, my good. It's so Moorish. Oh, fucking God.
5 minutes later.
I didn't eat all of it. Let's do the bookmarks next. So we have our Abominable Book Club bookmark. I love this. This is a staple of every box, and it contains a little horror microfiction story on the back, so you get a little extra story with your subscription box. They put these in every month, and it's one of my favourite features because I can always do with another bookmark, and I love having an extra little story to read when you have a little quick minute there, but you'd like to be spooked. There's also, I recognised this before I turned it over. It's a folk horror kind of myth thing, Jack of the Green, and it says the history of this little fella on the back. So he's a creepy little face there. I'm a huge folk horror fan. I'm into sort of local folklores and myths, and I'm increasingly getting more into that kind of stuff because I've been reading some really, really great folk horror the last few years. So Jack of the Green is a curious May-Day tradition. Jack of the Green is thought to be an interpretation of the Green Man, a pagan deity of nature and fertility associated with spring. And then there's a little bit more detail on the back, but yeah, that's such a cool bookmark. That might be my favourite one they've ever sent. Let's do the hot drinks next. Now I'm hoping for a hot chocolate in here. I always really look forward to it because sorry, I'll try to talk when I'm not ripping these open. I realise every time I edit a video that I'm interrupted by the ripping sound. Yes, I look forward to these every month because there's always things that I like in them and new things to try. So we have got, as usual, a Nescafe sachet. This is for the coffee drinkers among us. I don't drink much coffee, but I always drink these. I feel like they're a little treat the day after I've opened my book box because I need an extra pep from all the excitement of the book box. We have an English tea shop organic lemongrass, citrus and ginger tea. I'm not a huge fan of ginger teas or fruity teas really, but I will try. I've got a growing collection of these. I went for a posh high tea the other day and just stuck with the classic black tea instead of trying any of the flavours, so I owe it to myself, don't I, to spread out a little bit. We also have a Yorkshire tea. Can't go wrong with a Yorkshire tea. And then, oh, what's this? Oh, this is a coffee bag. I absolutely love a coffee bag. I don't know why. There just seems to be something fancy, even though there's nothing fancy about a coffee bag. But it always reminds me of staying in like nice hotels. They usually have coffee bags. Not the nicest hotels, because those will have those espresso machines, but you know, like the medium hotels. And yay, it's my favorite. It's the Galaxy hot chocolate. I'm so obsessed with this. I used to be a snob that would only drink hot chocolate if you make it with milk, but now I prefer the ones with water because it's, you know, a lot fewer calories. But sometimes I do a half and half. I'll do a little milk, mix this in, and then put the hot water on top. So you gotta drink it kind of straight away because it's not as boiling hot. But that was a ramble about how I like my hot chocolate that no one asked for. Next, this is awesome. I'm super excited. This is a little pin badge, and it is an It pin badge, and I'm really excited about that because, as you may or may not know, It is my favourite Stephen King book. I have quite a bit of It paraphernalia, several versions of the books with different covers. I have crocheted Pennywise, both old and new, that my mum kindly made for me. So yeah, I'm actually really thrilled with that. I'm going to put it on my little denim jacket. Now, the first book, I actually bought this one already, but it is Gemma Moore's All Who Wander Are Lost, short story, destination horror stories. I'm an enormous Gemma Moore fan. And it also comes with a signed book plate that I can pop in there. I'm really excited about this. What I'm going to do, because I already have a copy of this book, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the copy that I've already bought, because I will very likely see Gemma at a convention of some description in the next few years, and I will ask her to sign my book personally. So what I'm going to do is, at some point on our social media, I'll be announcing a giveaway for this. I'll include the signed book plate. So yeah, for any Gemma and Moore fans that would like this with the little signed book plate, yeah, let me know. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I held up on the giveaways because I couldn't figure out which platform was best to do giveaways on. If you have a suggestion on that, let me know. I'm not the most well versed with social media. I am trying, but I'm a bit old now. This is great. If I hadn't already bought it, I would be absolutely thrilled to receive it, but I went on a bit of a binge buying all of Gemma's stuff recently. So next up, we have, also with a signed book plate from the author, which is lovely, it's Mer from Polly Hall. I have no idea what this is about. I've never seen it before. But it does have a blurb from Eric LaRocca on the cover. One of the most remarkable novels I've read in quite some time, he says. And there are other blurbs on the back from Hailey Piper, Lindy Ryan, Clay McLeod Chapman, and the New York Times. So cool. I'm guessing this is a novel, possibly about someone called Mer. So let's do the synopsis, shall we? Mer has a goblin inside her, a voice in her head that tells her all the things she's done wrong, that berates her and drags her down. Desperately searching for her birth parents across dilapidated seaside towns in the south coast of England, she finds herself silenced and cut off at every step. Cayenne is trapped in a loveless marriage, the distance between her and her husband growing further and further each day. Longing for a child, she has visions promising her a baby. As Mer's frustrations grow, the goblin in her grows louder and louder, threatening to tear apart the few relationships she holds dear and destroy everything around her. When Cayenne finds her husband growing closer to his daughter, Cayenne's stepdaughter, and pushing her further out of his life, she makes a decision that sends her into a terrible spiral. The stories of these women will unlock a past filled with dark secrets and strange connections, all leading to an unforgettable, horrific climax. Dun dun dun. I've really been enjoying stories of like female horror recently. I've read some great ones from people like Lee Murray, and Gemma Moore, of course, writes really well in that perspective for obvious reasons. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I can't start any new books until June because I'm trying to read all my review requests, but I do have a little stack, including, this wasn't in the book box, but I got the new Stephen King You Like It Darker, and usually I immediately start reading a Stephen King on release day when I receive it, but I'm doing this challenge and I do not have time to read anything that isn't a review request right now. But rest assured that on 1st of June I'll be getting into this bad boy, and possibly doing a joint review of it with one of my favourite fellow booktubers. There's one book left, but I also found a sticker that I almost missed in the box amongst all the shrapnel, and it's Do You Read Sutter Kane? It's a sticker. I actually don't know who Sutter Kane is, so I'm going to have to look him up, but it's a cool little sticker with scary holographic eyes there, if you can see them. I don't know if the camera's picking up the eyeballs, but balls. Okay, we're on to the last book now. It's a thick boy. Any guesses on the author? Sometimes it's Dean Koontz. I think nuts, I need the scissors again. My guess is always like Stephen King and Dean Koontz, because they're secondhand books and you can find those in abundance normally. I just love this wax seal, it's so cool. But let's see. Oh, I see a Z. It is a Dean Koontz. What the Night Knows by Dean Koontz. I have several Dean Koontz books on my shelf that I have yet to read, but I don't have this one, so I will add it to my collection. I'm wondering which Dean Koontz to start with. I think I've asked that question before, and I think people gave me answers before as well. I'll have to check. This is about Billy Lucas, a sadistic killer, and he's proud of it. So, I mean, that sounds pretty compelling. I'm pretty excited about that. I finished opening it now. We're at that sad bit of the day where I've opened the box and I've been delighted by everything in it and I've shown everything to you, so now I have to wait till next month for the next box, and it's just such a long wait in between. It's just such an exciting day for me when it arrives. As usual, I am absolutely thrilled by everything in there. I might just you know, satiate my disappointment that I finished opening the box by going back into the popcorn. So if you guys wouldn't mind leaving me alone with my popcorn, I'd really appreciate that. Please.